reminisce. Yeah.
Hey everybody, it's your girl Kenlo back at it again from the Kenlo show, and I'm here with our special guest Keon Massey.
What up? What up? How's it going?
Yeah. So Keon, tell us about a little about what you're doing, like how you represent yourself in the city.
Well, right now representing myself as a creator, as a composer. What I'm doing. I mean, I've been writing music for years. I actually just got back to the city from college, and I decided to just kind of fully invest in myself. I'm here. I'm collaborating with people. I'm working on a project right now that should be coming in the next couple of months. I'm really just looking to kind of be. I simply just wanted to wake up every day and do what I love. And music has always kind of been my passion, but I was fighting it. You know what I mean? I was fighting it for standardization. You know what I'm saying? I was doing what like society wants you to do and shit. And I'm kind of like, nah. I'm all the way in and take a risk. So that's kind of what I'm doing right now. That's kind of how I'm representing myself in the city.
So now that you're back, tell us about your experience back at school and what made you want to bring that from there and here.
My experience back at school was a very, very dynamic one. One of the things that I recall from college the most was just my professors telling me that if I was looking to be wealthy, this was the wrong place for me. And I think that was like the first strike on the tally mark, basically, because it was just like, when you come from the hood, when you come from like poverty, and your parents didn't go to college, they kind of praise college when you're growing up, and you think that it's a way to kind of change everything. But when I got there, that didn't really seem to be the reality. You know what I mean? I was going, hand and toes with the Bursar office. You know what I mean? I was chasing the financial aid department down and shit like that, and it's like it's not fair. You know what I mean? And when I was reading stories or when I was observing, different people that have made something of themselves, they've all like kind of dropped out of college and decided to do their own thing. In an institution, you meet so many different people. I was meeting so many different people from so many different backgrounds. You know what I mean? I was meeting like the white kids that could afford to do $100 of cocaine every night. You know what I'm saying? That have 20 grand in their savings account waiting for them to graduate. That's paying for. They don't even know what financial aid is. I was asking them like, do they have financial aid? They was like, what's that? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's different. You're gonna meet those type of people, and you're gonna understand where you stack up at. You know what I mean? Like, there isn't really any wealthy people in my family at all, but someone has to start. It has to start somewhere. You know what I mean? And that's kind of what I'm doing right here, right now. You know what I mean? I said, I'm definitely trying to finish school and everything. But I said, kind of forget all that. I'm not gonna waste my money, waste my time anymore. I'm just gonna take that and reinvest it into myself and build myself up.
Okay. So would you say your life before college or your life after college is what made you motivate you towards what you're doing today?
My life before college. My life after college as well, but definitely my life before college. I'm from West Philadelphia. My whole family used to live in one house. Public school education all the way up. Just the same old story for most people that come from where I come from. That kind of motivated me to go to college in the first place because I wanted to get away from all of that. You know what I mean? I wanted to get away from all of that. But when I came back home, I realized that the same thing that was happening before I went to college was still happening when I got home from college. You know what I mean? The same thing was going on. The same crackhead is still outside my door screaming at 3 in the morning that was screaming outside my door back in 2013. I'll lie to you not. The same crackhead is still screaming outside my door. There's 2 shopping carts parked in front of my door. You know what I'm saying? The same 2 fucking shopping carts that was there 4 years ago. You know what I mean? So it's like the motivation comes from where I am right now. The motivation comes from the city. I was away at school, wrapped up in a false life. You get so, just kids driving around brand new cars. I had to save all my money to get a Uber. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's different. You know what I'm saying? But you take your pain, you take your struggle, and you turn it into pure motivation. You don't let it stop you. You know what I'm saying? You don't let it limit you at all.
Okay. So tell us a little bit about your creative life. Like, what is the fun that you get out of it? Do you ever have any hard times with
it? Oh yeah. Most recently, like I couldn't create at all. Like for the past like 10 to 12 months, I could not create at all. I didn't know what it was, but I truly wasn't myself. And the people that were closest to me growing up, I would communicate that to them, and I would tell them, like, you know, and they knew it too. I wasn't myself. I simply wasn't myself. It used to be a time back when I was a sophomore in college. I turned in my dorm, I turned my storage closet into a studio. Like all my roommates, they had like all their luggage and shit in there. I made a deal with them. I said, you know, basically, if I could take all your suitcases and put them like on my bed, like I don't give a fuck about my bed. I don't need to sleep. I'm gonna just turn the storage room into a studio. I would go there every day. I wouldn't party. I would go none of that shit. I would just be in the studio. If you was looking for me, I was in my studio making music all the time, anytime. You know what I mean? I wouldn't even want to leave. You know what I mean? I was chasing, for the past 12 months, I was chasing that creative Keon again. You know what I'm saying? But it took me coming back to the city to get back in touch with that creative side. So I get pure happiness from doing music. You know what I mean? I get pure happiness from creating vibrations. You know what I mean? I make music based upon how I'm feeling, you know, what type of feelings are going on there. And if you listen to any of my songs, it creates feeling. You know what I mean? It creates emotion, it creates vibrations. You gotta feel it. You know what I mean? You gotta feel the music. You know, like, that's what truly makes me happy. Like I kind of just sit there and I get in my zone. Music is a really interesting thing. It's almost like a high. It's almost just like a high, but you have to truly get in tune with it. And I didn't want to create anything during this 10 to 12 months because it wouldn't have been authentic. It wouldn't have been it would have literally just been me putting out nonsense, and I refuse to do that. Like I refuse to put out anything subpar. Like if I have to think it's great first, you know what I mean? So many people listen to like my stuff from 2015 and they think it's like so good, but I hate hearing my stuff from 2015 because I'm only looking to create the next thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm only looking to kind of take that, learn from that, and build on it more. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of on my creative scope. I mean, I've been like since high school. I kind of been influenced by Kanye. I've been a Kanye fan since day one. You know what I mean? Even when he was, you know, rapping with Nas on Come On Home, Nature, like everything. I've always been a Kanye West fan, and he was probably the person that kind of influenced me to really tap into myself and really not care about what people think. If you know, flash back to me back in high school, I would literally probably wear some of the most extreme things fashionably because I didn't care. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't care anymore. This is my personality. This is what I feel like doing, so I'm gonna do it. You know what I mean? I relate that right back into music. Like whatever I'm feeling at the time, I don't care. I'm gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? You're either gonna feel it or you're not. You're either gonna fuck with it or you're not. You know what I'm saying? That's cool. I have no problem with that. But as long as I know I'm creating, you know, authentic content, that's where I'm happy. You know, that's where I'm happy. I want to create content. I want to create vibration. You know what I mean? I want people to really understand who I am through my music. Music has always been my expression form. I can't draw. You know what I'm saying? I can't paint. I can't dance. You know what I'm saying? But music is how I truly express myself. You know what I'm saying? I have a lot of things inside of me that I don't like to talk about my problems and shit like that because I don't really do that. You know what I'm saying? I don't want people to like really know too much about me and they can hold it against me. Like everything that you want to know about me or you're everything curious about me, you'll hear it through my music. If you want to honestly see what my life entails, listen to my music. Everything that I talk about is exactly true. You know what I'm saying? If you listen to the song Blank, you know, like the Wake Up Cat song, all that shit is real. You know what I'm saying? All that stuff was like extremely authentic. That was my life essentially. You know what I'm saying? But you listen to Outlandish, those it's a more like, you know, vibed out track, but that's my life too. But it's different spectrums. You know what I'm saying? I see so many different spectrums of myself on a daily basis, and I want to accomplish that with them as well. So when I do projects, I kind of relate it to you know, painting. I feel like music is just like painting. It's just like art.
Right.
You know, when an artist has like an art gallery, that's what I think an album is. You know what I mean? And I don't really want to have like one particular sound because that's boring. You know what I'm saying? That's like me going to an art gallery twice of one artist, and it's the same thing of the last art gallery. No, you know what I mean? Like everything has a different feel. And if you ever notice, the person that's observing the art has their own interpretation of it. And I want people to have their own interpretation of my music. And so I want it to relate to whatever you need it to relate to at that time. You know what I mean? That's what's extremely important to me. You know, the artist that creates the painting, they may have a different idea when they create it, you know, a message, but every person that observes the art has a different interpretation. You know?
So before this interview, you were telling me about the connection that you made.
Yeah.
What have you learned from connecting with people and meeting other people in the creative industry?
I've learned that you can't be afraid. You simply can't be afraid. You can't be afraid to collaborate. You can't be afraid to reach out to people. I know right now in today's society, social media is a big influence on how we interact with certain people. There was times where I would try to reach out to a person that has, you know, like 30,000 followers, and they would straight spin me just because they got 30,000 followers, and I only got 2,000. You know what I'm saying? They would spin me because of that. They don't even know what type of, creative capacity that I have. They just don't want to talk to me because I only got 2,000 followers. But at the same time, I got 100 no's for one yes. You know what I mean? I have like people like me and my Davis, like personal contact on the text. I can reach out to him and like share ideas with him and he'll bring me in. We can talk about it and stuff like that. And that was just from me, going out there and not being afraid to collaborate with people, not being afraid to reach out to people. Because some people are going to be able to, humble themselves and talk to you and come down and speak with you. The more you collaborate, the more you know. I've learned that Philly is a really connected place. One person can lead you to the next person, simply, but you cannot be afraid. You cannot be afraid to go. Like I'll reach out to anyone. I don't care. I will work with anyone. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Like I simply go, I'm willing to help out anybody. You know what I mean? I would never let who I am or who I become influence how I interact with people because this is not me. You know what I mean? I'm a super authentic person. You know what I mean? Even if the music was really lovely, I always want to remain extremely personal. You know what I mean? Because that's what's going to give people hope. That's what's going to show the next generation coming up that you can do it just like I can. You know what I mean? I'm nobody different than who you are. We both walk the earth. Right. You know what I'm saying? It's just that I really believed in myself and I went my way, and you can do the same thing. You know?
So I know back in high school, you used to dress like really eccentric in a way where it was very fashionable. So tell us about like where your fashion sense comes into play.
Right now, I think my fashion sense comes into play a lot more with just, being a little bit, like back then I was really nonchalant about the way that I dress. I just kind of did what I do. I think right now it's kind of the same thing, but on a lower scope. If you notice, I don't really get, too dressed up anymore or anything like that. I kind of just wear whatever's comfortable to me. Like whenever I'm creating, I always have on a hat. You know what I mean? It's like my thought hat. You know what I mean? I just feel like I feel so much more like in tune when I have on a hat. It's like you know what I mean? Hat time. Like let's do it. I'm like I'm not all for the fashion, but I just like certain shit. Like right now what I'm wearing, this is like extremely like just chill to me. Like it's just like cool. I feel comfortable. I can maneuver. I can talk to people, and I feel comfortable with it. Like that's just kind of how I'm doing things now, fashion.
Okay, so. Do you consider yourself an entrepreneur in any way?
Oh yeah. Just I'm a natural born hustler. You know what I mean? I'm a natural born hustler. Like that's why I was studying business in school. I know how to make a dollar. You know what I mean? I've even orchestrated networking events for people that had creative outlets that needed to make money off of the creative outlets. Like I would show them how to make profits off of what they do. I'm an entrepreneur in every sense. Even from like high school through my 4 years of college, you see me like a year ago. You probably seen me like suited up. You know what I mean? I was living in Miami last year just for an internship, condo, everything like that. I was just going for it. Like nobody created the opportunity for me. I created the opportunity for myself. So I felt like if I can do that in corporate America, you know what I mean, where no one is really like me out there, then I can do it in music. You know what I'm saying? All I did was simply put my mind to it and I did it. I created my own opportunity, so why can't I do it here? Why can't I do it with my passion? So I don't want to be 35 years old and say, damn, what if I did music? Like what would have happened and shit? I don't want to be in the office at 35 no, we're going to see the moment right now. We're going to take advantage of everything that we got right now. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to make our statement. We're going to stand our ground. We're just going to make it happen. Like that's it. Like it's simple. You know what I mean? It's simple. I don't put too much thought into it. I feel like you can either talk about it or you can do it. Or you can either plan it or you can execute it. You know what I'm saying? But people really don't understand how easy it is to be whoever you want to be. All it takes, if you look at it, right? I only interpret you how I interpret you because of what you show me. You only interpret me how you interpret me because of what I show you. Now, for whatever reason, if I'm around 100 people that I don't know and I represent myself in a certain way, that's how they're going to receive me. You know what I mean? So you got to keep that same idea in your mind going forward all the time. Is that whoever you want to be, I'm that person. You got to believe it first. Everyone else is going to start to believe it, whether they like it or not. They're not going to have no choice. You know what I'm saying? You giving people no choice but to believe what you believe. You know what I mean? When you have ideas, that's a gift. You see it first. Everyone else can't see it. But you can take what you see in your mind and bring it into 3D reality. That's a gift. You know what I'm saying? So it's like entrepreneurship is basically just creating things in your head and bringing them into real life, putting them into real play, putting them into real perspective is about thinking about it, talking about it, and actually making it happen. That's what entrepreneurship is to me. So music is definitely entrepreneurship to me. I treat it like a business, like 100%. You know what I mean? I've worked with the Fortune 500 companies. I've been around people that can probably afford to buy me. I've met motherfuckers that make $600 million a year off selling wine. You know what I'm saying? Like it's so crazy out here. It's a really extremely crazy world. I've seen so many things. And all I'm doing, I'm talking about it. I'm relating it and I'm talking about it. That's it.
So what is your best advice to the people younger than you, and would you also give advice to people that's older than you as well, that's trying to find their gift? So like, what kind of advice would you give people?
I think like present day, the advice that I would give the younger community is to observe. Just always be observant. Always be observant. Study the patterns. Life has a lot of different patterns. Life has so many different patterns. Okay? Study the patterns. Observe people. Observe what's going on. Be aware. You know what I mean? Like whatever you want to do. But like I meet so many people my age, older, younger, that are probably in college, don't really know what they want to do, or just don't really have an old job out of college, don't know what they're going to do. I simply ask them, what makes you happy? What makes you happy? What do you love doing? Make a profit off of it. You know what I mean? Make a profit off of it. Like, for instance, like this one girl that I met up at school. She's not at school, but I just knew her from the neighborhood. She does like monster makeup. And it's actually really good and shit.
Okay,
but
like
she's
for Halloween
and things like that. And it's actually really good. But she's really not doing anything career-wise to kind of nourish that.
Okay.
But I'm like, yo, if that's what you like doing, there's somebody that's gonna pay you for that shit. But she's from up there. I'm like, yo, I'm like, listen, come to the city, talk to the penitentiary. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? It's all it is just thinking for a couple of seconds and just making it happen. Like that's it. It's all within arm's reach. Everything is within arm's reach. You know what I'm saying? All you got to do is figure out what makes you happy, what do you love doing, and do it. Simply just do it.
So would you say it's all about like putting your best foot out, and just putting yourself out?
All it is simply just this: one foot, another foot, and you just keep going. That's really all it is. That's all it is. But a lot of people, they say this is an obstacle, right? They'll let that stop them right there, and they'll just like, fuck. And they're like, all right, cool, I'm good right here, whatever, I'm comfortable right here. You know what I'm saying? People that make it in life are good at maneuvering obstacles. Okay? They're good at going around it, finding a new way, finding a solution. I'm a critical thinker. I'm a problem solver. Life throws problems at me all the time, all day. But I've learned how to successfully maneuver around these obstacles. I've learned how to get around it and think and figure out another way when it feels like this way is blockaded by whatever it may be that life's throwing at me at the time. God is going to touch you. God is going to constantly touch you. The higher power is constantly going to touch you because He wants to know if you're worthy. When you get around these obstacles in life, that's showing the higher power that you're worthy, that you're not afraid of the challenge. I've told the higher power many times, I'm not afraid of the challenge. I'm accepting the challenge. When I lost myself for 12 months, I talked to the higher power. I said, listen, I'm accepting the challenge. I know this is a test. You know what I mean? I took it as such. No, I'm back in my city. I'm back in Philly. I wanted to be back in the city, and I'm back in the city. I have a meeting every day. I'm talking to you right now. You know what I'm saying? This would have been something that I was just thinking about if I was still, being standardized at school, or if I was still just, like feeling like I had no way or no chance or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? You always gotta believe in yourself. Believe in your mind. Believe in your mindset, man. Your mindset is a great thing. It's all about state of mind. You know what I'm saying? And things only exist if you choose to let them exist. Obstacles, conflict, pain, struggle, that only exists if you want it to exist. You know what I'm saying? If you don't want it to exist, eject yourself out of it. Like, it's simple. Like, I'm like, I'm trying to tell you, man. Like, even down to like when like my shorty's trying to argue with me and shit. It's like if I don't want to argue, I'm just not gonna argue. Like, I don't have to do this. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have to be in that if I don't want to be in that. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with life. You don't gotta do that if you don't want to. You know what I'm saying? You don't gotta work that job if you don't want to work that job. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be hard, but you gotta accept the challenge. You gotta accept the challenge. You gotta tell a higher power, I accept the challenge. Put me to the test. You know what I'm saying? Put me to the test. If you look at anybody, listen what I'm saying, observe life's patterns. If you look at anybody that has had some type of immense success, there's been challenges in their life that could have been times where they've turned around and said, I quit. You know what I mean? But they kept going. A lot of people quit right before that snap of success. You know what I'm saying? But you don't even know it's right there because you can't see it. You just gotta have faith and believe. You know what I'm saying?
This picture of what's going on floating, right? These two guys leaving for the night. one guy has one diamond and one guy quits before this one, almost a whole round full of diamonds.
Yep.
He quit and he walked away.
Yep.
He didn't even realize what he had in store for him.
Yep.
So the point of this is to tell everybody not to quit and keep pushing for whatever that you want. Like, there were times that I wanted to give up, but this show wasn't possible if I didn't tell myself keep going and praying, because the higher power, like you said, God is going to keep testing you. So always believe in yourself.
Yeah, I mean, it's people right now that's like, that want to do a vlog. That's been thinking about it. They're like, damn, like, I want to do a vlog, but they don't do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're actually doing it, so I commend you for that. I respect you for that. You're actually making it. Of course, you know what I'm saying? I respect anybody that's out there, like, you know, pursuing their creative element, their creative outlet. You know what I'm saying? It's just, you know, that's what life's about, man. You gotta take full advantage of life. You only get one chance. My value, my idea, my moral is that I don't know it exists until I see it myself. I don't know there's pyramids in Egypt. Someone told me there was. I've seen pictures of the shit, but I don't know until I see it. I want to see that. You know what I'm saying? And I gotta put myself in a position to be able to see that. I honestly feel like all things are accomplishable through music. I honestly feel like every problem that I've ever had, any problems that my parents have, my family have, you know what I'm saying? I feel like it's accomplishable through music. I was 18 years old and my adult, you know, family members were asking me for money because we live in struggle. Like, no one in my family is doing well, you know what I mean? But I feel like someone has to change it, and I'm not gonna wait for someone to do it. I'm just gonna do it.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm just gonna do it.
Like,
everything is accomplished.
Anybody.
Can't wait. If like there, for like, if you want things to change, you have to act. Okay? You have to act. You have to. Nothing changes unless you change it. You know what I mean? Unless you change it. People that complain, people that sit around, that's not doing anything. Like, when you let situations get the best of you, it's not doing anything. You can choose to have a different mind state and tackle the situation instead of letting the situation tackle you. Things won't change unless you change it. As simple as that. As simple as that. Like, if you want to live better, make something better. Go out there and make it better. Like, whatever you want to do. You know what I mean? It's a formula. Like,
well, y'all heard it here first. We got our boy Keon.
Definitely.
Make sure you watch out for the interview.
Yeah.
She go Kenlo back at it again. We'll come and see you soon.
Definitely.
Wisdom be leaking out my grapefruit truth. I dominate, break loose, giving Mike's ministerial cycles. Streets disciple. I rock beats that's mega trifle and groove even smoother than.